Now, the fail early, fail fast pattern is quite a controversial one. The reason it's controversial is because it goes against the grain of corporate speak, if you will, and the kind of macho corporate culture which we find so often in business. You'll often hear C-level executives saying things like, you know, there's no such thing as failure here. Failure is not an option. That kind of attitude is basically setting a company up to make some very expensive mistakes. And again, that is something we quite often do see, not only in the private sector, but also in the public sector and government. Projects which lurch on following a kind of a death march, when it becomes absolutely clear that value is not going to be delivered, but they keep on going anyway, for political reasons, because no one wants to admit failure. The fail early, fail fast pattern takes the inverse view. With fail early, fail fast, what you do is you constantly reappraise the value that is being delivered on a project, and you decide whether or not the investment that you're likely to continue making will justify the rewards that you're probably going to get. It's that kind of brutal arithmetic. What you will do is you will release value incrementally as often as you can in order to make sure that as little work as possible is kept in progress where it's able to depreciate. Instead, you'll make sure that that value is delivered continually. And each time you deliver some value, each time you make a release, what you will do is you'll check to make sure that the return on investment is appropriate, and that continued investment in its development is likely to be justified. It's that willingness, that keenness almost, to firstly retain accrued value by means of incremental delivery, and to ensure that a continued investment in a product or service is likely to be justified. It's that keenness to make sure that value is going to be worth the investment. That's what really underpins failing early, fail fast. Okay, you could actually look at it a completely different way, and say that, you know, it isn't actually about failing at all. It's more about learning lessons. It's about making sure that resources are saved and invested elsewhere as soon as it becomes clear that better investments can be made.